there's a lot of brokers that'll slide stuff into that Raycon that they're not going to tell you on the phone.
Why you sleeping on us? Why you sleeping on us? No cap, we gon' have to make them believe us.
You know, I looked on the load board, truck stop, looked on them, seen a load. There was nothing in the description, right?
Yeah.
So I call them up, and they said, I say, hey, I'm looking for what was the logo? Tyler to Dallas. I'm looking for the load. He told me what it was. The only thing he said was, they were trash cans. Like actually big trash cans, but I forgot what he said, what he called them. That don't matter. He just said that you can't have a headboard on your trailer. I said, cool. Mm-hmm. I don't got a headboard.
I did watch it. Just so you know, I did watch a video, so we're refreshing for everybody else. I know what the ending is, so go ahead. Just so you know, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually do know because you commented on it. Right. So, but that was just refreshing for everybody. So that happened, and then obviously I get there to fast forward. You go watch the video and see the little stuff in between.
Yeah,
they said they needed 53. The customer was expecting the 53, all that. I called them on site, and they saying, well, it says on the rate confirmation it was a 53. Lo and behold, look at the rate confirmation, which I always do. I don't know what happened on this one. They had kind of hidden though, right? And the rate confirmation said it must be a 53. So I figured at that point, just from a business perspective, been doing this long enough, I said, okay, I'm gonna take that L because it said on the rate confirmation, which that's the part that matter, all the verbal don't matter, but I'm gonna ask you. Go for it.
Yeah, that rate confirmation is your written contract in regards to you receiving that information. And that's why it's very important that you read it over. Now, every broker should absolutely verify that it's a 53 verbally to double check themselves, to not set themselves up for failure. But when they don't, and then you get the sheet and you don't check, technically that's on you for not properly checking that rate con. It's also on him because, again, my job is making sure it's 53. I triple check. Is this a 53? Are you a 53? Are you a 53? Like I said, technically it's on that rate con as a 53. They've got you because it was on that rate con. And it's your job to read that contract. So on that one, he got you. Did you get a truck order not used at all or no?
Of course not.
Of course not.
What they did the standard, he said he was going to call the customer, see what he can do, but no promises. But he just never got back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have been a simple, hey, sorry, I did what I could, whatever you're going to say.
Yeah. It's tough, too, because, like I said, going forward, you might want to say, hey, I'm a 48. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Just verify the equipment that's required. But usually, do they give you a phone number for the shipper or receiver or anything when you get your rate cons?
You mean on a normal basis?
Yeah.
It just depends. Most of the time it's on there, but it's not every time.
Okay. A lot of times if it's on there, normally because I always give it. I mean, I know my shipper, but the receiver, I normally have you and say, hey, here's the numbers for the shipper and receiver. Just call them, let them know you're coming in. And that's one you can also say, hey, I'm a 48, flatbed coming in. Just want to verify that that's proper equipment to come in too, stuff like that. So when you get that rate con, you just have to understand that, this is your business. This is your rate confirmation sheet from the broker to do this. And I know it's not what you want to hear, but it is that rate con is what you really have to check over. And you should, because there's a lot of brokers that'll slide stuff into that rate con that they're not going to tell you on the phone. There's times that I know a broker that didn't tell the driver on the phone that it had like 17 stops or 16 stops or something. And he gets the sheet and it's like 4 rate cons or 3 rate cons. He's like, whoa, what happened here? And the actual thing was, he didn't tell the guy that. So it happens all the time. So you want to check that.
Well, yeah, see, the only thing that, again, I took the L, right? I said it was on me.
Yeah.
But the only problem I really had with it after that was 53 on the flatbed side is more of a
specialty equipment.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And that's the part that got me, because it's not like if it was a 48 and I had a 40. Because I know there are some 40s, very few of them, but there are some 40s.
45s are common.
Right.
45s are smaller trailers, but 53, that's why technically a 48 your standard, a 53 is specialized. So the broker should be saying, hey, I'm requiring a 53. Do you have that? Because that's a specialized piece of equipment. Normally they're 48s. Small, like I said, in the small size is 45s. I haven't seen 40s for hot shots. And then there has been a time where I've put it out there for 40 foot. The driver said he had a 48-foot flatbed, and I put it out for 40 foot, and he showed up with a hot shot. And so it does happen with the other way around too. You know what I'm saying? So you push it the other way. So, but it's kind of, yeah, you have to read that sheet and make sure.
Right. And that's all I was saying was that usually when you're doing some specialized,
right,
they're going to ask you on the phone. Like, we're not going to, like, he did it as if it was a 48. Like, to me, honestly, this is what I felt what happened. I feel like I ran into a broker who just, I'm not going to use thorough. We just wasn't experienced. Right. That's just me.
Ran into basically the cashier at a thing. And that's how it works.
Right.
A lot of these brokers are just, what the people that you're talking to are the cashiers. They're just the dispatchers. I'm going to actually have a guy coming on soon that he works at one of these, and he's going to tell us exactly what the formula is. And they'll just pull people off the street and say, here, cold call. You know what I mean? Here, dispatch. Here, get this. So with very little training. So you're actually not talking to the broker at that point. Whoever this was, you're actually just talking to a customer service or just somebody on the phone that may or may not even have anything to do with other than, you know, give this price. Don't go higher than this. You know what I mean? This price. And that's their only job.